bombard us with everything. Y'all remember the movie The Color Purple?
That's right.
We can do a lecture on this all by itself. But I just want to go to two of the main things. This was, in my estimation, the worst picture in the 20th century for black people. Because it really helped divorce the relationship between a black man and a black woman. That's the pinnacle that reigns supreme among black people. That's the crutch that we can always rely to stand on. That black woman will be there to hold the race up. And that she's a loyal, committed member of the race. But we're going to just talk about two of these negative things that was in that juvie that really hurt us. One, when a black man doesn't satisfy a black woman, she should turn to a woman to comfort her sexually.
That's what it said.
That was the theme of the movie. See, a lot of times we watch movies for entertainment, but they're not for entertainment.
No, sir.
It's a political statement.
Come on now.
See, you saw the things they were trying to push. They got us with this movie. And they made you get all into the system, feel good. I mean, sorry for her. And then we missed the fact that they were promoting homosexuality. We didn't see it. And some people say, well, how are you going to say that? A sister wrote the book. Who decided to make the book into a Jew? They could have made small hats. Now, could they have made Destruction of Black Civilization into a movie? Been a blockbuster. They could have made Enemies. They could have did the ISIS papers. The Black Hawk, Malcolm X. Maybe let somebody really do a psychopathic racial personality. They didn't make those, though, did they? No. They picked the one that pushes the agenda. And another one they did that's been critical. We didn't know it was coming, but homosexuality is okay and can exist in the same space with African centricity. In other words, they showed this sister going to Africa. And so for black people who had a sense of culture, you enjoyed that part because you saw her going to Africa and gaining experience. You were like, yeah. Then they throw the so-called the white sex in on you, and your mind don't mentally separate the two because they just got you into the mood of the movement. So they mirror the two. So your revolutionary spirit of resistance becomes transformed into your fight is for quote-unquote sexual freedom as opposed to your fight being against white power. Boy, some tricky crap. You gotta watch this. We'll go after this. And then they just came back and all they do is the same old thing and regenerate it time after time. You see this? You remember Flip Wilson? See, these images they have been bombarding us with so that we can get used to us seeing ourselves in a feminine manner, black man. And so the black woman, you won't have nobody to stand up and fight by your side. And you remember Martin Lawrence and Shanae? The same old thing, constantly repeated that the black man is no man at all. He's really more of a female than anything. We talk about the white sex mess, 6 degrees of separation, the Crying Game. Set It Off, The Color Purple, Pulp Fiction. This is one of the new ones that came out. I don't know how they got away with this. Whenever they got a big, strong black man, like the brother who played in Rosewood, their main objective and goal to the object is say that's the real essence of black manhood there. He's big, he's strong, and you see that he can exude some force. He can get his will. He's a threat. He's a threat to white power. But let's change his fight. Let's change him and make him feminine. So that the children and the race can look at these big guys and no longer see power and see femininity. And so they take the guy supposed to be a leader of a gang. You ain't never seen Scarface get raped. You ain't seen the Godfather get raped. But the black man in the juvie gets raped. And the Green Mile, I mean, boy, these crackers will go far to make. Why didn't the cracker have a broke foot? Why didn't the cracker have a broke arm? The cracker gotta have a testicle around. So this big black man can reach through the bars and grab this cracker testicles. I mean, ain't that kind of far to go to? I mean, but they don't stop. They don't stop. Take our strong brother Wesley Snipes, have him just like a female the whole time. But brother says a white blitz. It don't stop. The master teacher, brother Ashra Crazy, says we better watch these images because images shape our reality. So what do? Pow! They put this brother in front of us and made him the biggest thing going. Y'all know him? Yeah, okay, somebody got it. Yeah, you know him. These are the images that they want because they want to promote the things that they want. Like things like integration. But not just integration with females. See, if you want to effeminize someone, you want to effeminize a black man, you put him with a white female. Because if he's supposed to be protecting black women and black children, if that's what his goals are supposed to be, how is he going to do that if he's with a white female? Come on. But if you really want to effeminize him, strip him of his whole existence as a man. And you see the images they putting out there. But I really think this one really tells the story.
Wow. Yeah.
You remember Ricky Williams? He won the Heisman Trophy. And he was going to the New Orleans Saints where Mike Ditka was the coach, the European. The white man was the coach, and so they got him in a wedding dress saying that they're going to be married together. Now, who has on the wedding dress? The black male. What is that? Sexual aggression and the effeminization of the black male right there. Because whatever it is inside of this black man, he's the strongest thing going on that football court. He's a man with locks. He got that African centipede. He's a strong soldier, but something on the inside says, Dr. Webb Francis Welter told us, if the cracker is the man, the white male is the man, there's only three things left. We're going to hold up, brothers and sisters, so we can change the tape. All right. This was Ricky Williams, and Dr. Weldon told us there was only 4 positions. If the white male is the man, and Ricky Williams had a choice. He could either be the boy, the girl, or the woman. Which one did he pick? And that's what we want to stress here. The effeminization is a process whereby you take the strong physical male, the black man, physically strong, but you replace his insides with something that will actually have this brother who's going to be a millionaire. I mean, I see you talking to a brother who never had nothing. He said, you'll give me $1 million, I want a dress. But this brother's already signed a contract to be a multi-millionaire. And he can be convinced to put on a full dress. And this are the images that our children are getting. So what kind of mentality are these young people going to grow up with? You know that there are brothers in the schools now, the newest thing in the high school, little boys going around getting tongue rings in their tongue.
Yeah, bro. Let's talk about that.
See, effeminization is a process, and the Europeans are bombarding us with all kind of ideas to effeminate ourselves. But look, what did I say was the 2 things, not femininity. When you look at the quote-unquote homosexual, the white homosexual, don't look at him as feminine. What do we look at him as? Sex and aggression. Sex and aggression. Let me show you how aggressive these individuals are with promoting their so-called culture. Now, they could never find any history of so-called homosexuality in Africa prior to the Europeans coming in. So if Europeans, the crackers can't find it, what they going to do? They going to make it up. Here's the article. In search of gay Africa. We will never know if Lucy was a lesbian. Y'all know who Lucy is? Dig this, the first oldest human bones ever found in the history of the world. And so since they can't prove, and since there's no proof and there's no evidence and it didn't exist prior to Europeans, they manufacture homosexuality growing in Africa. They go on, if anthropologists and other researchers needed an excuse to avoid the subject, they only had to point to widespread denial of homosexual practices by Africans themselves. Homosexuality is often thrown in the pile of unwanted debris and issues attributed to the legacy of European and Arab colonialism. That's because it is from the Europeans that you see any homosexuality in Africa. But the European is going to push his whole agenda. So he goes further to say, nowhere did such sentiment present itself as vocally as in South Africa in the 1991 trial of Winnie Mandela. So we got to go off there a little bit later, but I just want you to see the type of aggression. Where there is no femininity in black people, the European will make the femininity. I want to show you how far they will go, how aggressive it is. Now y'all know this brother Nat Turner, a proud and productive African black man, who went out and said we're going to end the system of slavery. He was the highest pinnacle of manhood that we can really exhibit as a race on these shores. A black man who would go to the nth degree to destroy and fight white power. So the cracker, he said, yeah, you can talk about us, but you can't do nothing about that Turner. He gone, but his spirit lives with us. This is an aggressive cracker. They couldn't do nothing with him in his life but kill him. But in his death, they crucified him again. The Confessions of Nat Turner. A European, when Nat Turner went out and had a slave rebellion, and when it came to an end, he got interviewed by William Gray. Did about a 5-page confession where he told why he did what he did and why he fought for his people. A totally spiritual, strong black man who had escaped slavery and said, you know what? There's nothing for me to escape. God meant for me to fight and I will go back. I mean, the epitome of black manhood. So what does the cracker do? where he can't actually effeminize the individual themselves, he writes a novel, The Story of Nat Turner, from his own